So in the last couple of months, two really cool smartwatches hit the market. Talking about the Apple Watch Series 5 and the Fitbit Versa 2. In this video, I'm going to be comparing both watches and telling you exactly what I think, which watch works for which customer base. And I'm also going to throw a little caveat in there. I'm going to go ahead and throw in the Apple Watch Series 4 because I recently had that watch as well. I'm going to give you my thoughts on all three of these smartwatches in this video. Let the download begin. So guys, if you're new here and you want to learn how to use and troubleshoot your devices, plus some other cool tech stuff, we can help. All you gotta do is hit that subscribe button and that bell for notifications so you don't miss when we release some cool, helpful content. All right, so let's kick it off with how both watches look. And both watches look very similar. Both have an OLED screen, both have a square watch face, both have interchangeable bands. So these watches are pretty close to looking identical with some differences here or there. I think when you get deep into how both watches look, you'll notice that the Apple Watch does take advantage a lot more of its size or face size by giving you a wider screen, a better overall display. The Fitbit Versa has some really awkward, weird bezels circling around the face of the watch itself. I actually like both designs very much. I didn't think I would like the Fitbit Versa design as much as I did. Even with the bezels, I thought the watch faces were vibrant. They looked pretty cool, but I definitely like the way that the Apple Watch Series 5 and even the Series 4 looked more than the Fitbit Versa 2, only because it took more advantage of that screen size, and I like bezel-less things, I like full screen things, so the Apple Watch Series 5 and 4 really did a good job of presenting that bezel-less screen feel for it, and they did have some really cool watch faces and some vibrant colors as well. So I really like the way both watches looked, but I think that the Apple Watch Series 5 looked a little bit better. And now when it comes to how each felt on your wrist, each felt very, very different on two different ends of the spectrum. So with the Apple Watch Series 5 and 4, you had a very premium device that felt a little bit heavier on your wrist purposely, so you knew you have something on, you knew you were wearing a watch. And depending on what kind of material you have, it would be heavier. The aluminum is lighter than the stainless steel and so on and so forth, but the premiumness of the watch never dissipated. You felt like the materials that were used in the Apple Watch Series 4 and 5 were very premium. You felt them on your wrist. They were a little bit weighty on your wrist, which was a good thing. Because of the premium price tag, these watches were really designed to be worn with just about anything from business to casual to just hanging out around your house. So they wanted these to be a premium watch device that would basically fit into any social scenario that you were heading into. Now, when it came to the Fitbit Versa 2, it was on the other end of the spectrum. This watch is very light. The Versa 1 was extremely light as well. And I think this is done purposely because this is really designed to be a fitness band, something that you're wearing while you're working out, you're exercising, you're running, you're jogging, and you don't want to feel that extra weight on your hands. You don't want to feel like you're actually carrying around something. You just want to kind of blend in with your overall being. And I think that the Fitbit Versa does a good job of doing so. Sometimes when I was wearing this watch, it felt like I had nothing on my wrist at all until I actually looked down and realized I was wearing a watch. I think they do that purposely because they know who they're targeting. They're targeting that fitness person that's heading into the gym and don't want to be encumbered by something that they're wearing on their wrist. The Fitbit Versa is the ultimate fitness band, and that lightweight design really adds to that. So now when it comes to software, you're dealing with watchOS versus, I'm not even sure what Fitbit calls their software. I guess it's going to be Android OS now that Fitbit was purchased by Google. But when you're doing watchOS, especially with the newest update, you have a plethora of different apps that you can download directly either into the Apple Watch or via the companion app on the iPhone. And the Apple ecosystem, that Apple App Store, is really unmatched. You can find just about anything in that App Store, an app for just about anything you want to do, and that really extends well to watchOS. The connectivity between iOS and watchOS is almost unmatched. When you get into the Apple ecosystem and you're dealing with that connectivity, it can be really, really hard to beat. Now, on the Fitbit side of things, you're going to realize that the main difference between the two is that Fitbit is really focused on fitness itself. Sure, it has some apps like Spotify and Pandora that you can use to access music, and music goes along with fitness, so again, it still falls within that fitness category. What Fitbit really does well is access to tracking your exercises and offering some of those Fitbit premium services that you can sign up for individually. So that's like dedicated coaching, specific things that are going to help your fitness regimen and overall health and wellness of your body. Fitness is really the cornerstone of what Fitbit does, and the Versa really brings that to the table for the user itself. That's why I'm saying that you're going to notice that these watches are really geared towards almost two different clienteles that operate within the same space. If you're looking for a really cool smartwatch, the Apple Watch is probably your best bet, but you're going to realize that the Versa is also a pretty cool smartwatch, but they're just focused mainly on fitness, and their applications do a fantastic job of tracking the different fitness workouts that you can do. I've really never seen fitness apps be able to track certain things that the Fitbit Versa can, like swimming for one. You can actually swim with this watch and do laps. You can track aerobic workouts, you can track jogging, of course, but you can also track weightlifting. You can track different elliptical workouts. You can track a wide variety of different workouts with the Versa that you really just can't do with the Apple Watch, even though the Apple Watch has that big Apple ecosystem of applications you can download into the watch. There's nothing that's really native to the Apple Watch that's going to give you the ability to track on the level that the Fitbit Versa does. And in one of the app departments that the Versa has up on the Apple Watch is that the Fitbit Versa actually has two different sleep tracking apps that you can use on the Versa itself. The Apple Watch is going to be releasing a sleep tracking app, but it's not out yet. So for now, the Versa has that up on the Apple Watch. Now, when it comes to features, both watches aren't really in short supply of those. When you're dealing with the Apple Watch, you have built-in health features like taking an ECG. With the Apple Watch Series 5, you have the built-in compass. You also have the always-on display. Those are really cool new features that the Apple Watch Series 5 brought to the table. Then you have fall detection, LTE, GPS. These watches are really a nice piece of technology. The Apple Watch offers a ton of different features that the user can take advantage of both in and out of the fitness environment. Now, when you're dealing with the Fitbit Versa, it's lacking some of the things you'll see on the Apple Watch. For one, like the GPS. Missing a GPS on the Versa for me is really an odd thing because it's such a great fitness tracker. And now in order for you to get a accurate tracking of a jog, for instance, that usually uses the GPS to dictate how far you've ran, you know, where you actually started and your finish line, now you're going to have to bring your phone along with you in order to get that accurate tracking. I really do think they missed the opportunity to include a GPS in the Versa, giving you just another reason to leave something that's weighing you down, your phone, at home. Well, what the Versa really has on the Apple Watch, first of all, it's compatible with both operating systems. So if you have an iPhone, you can get a Versa 2. If you have an Android, you can get a Versa 2. If you have an iPhone, you can get an Apple Watch. If you have an Android, too bad. Sorry. And the Versa does, again, track swimming, which is awesome. You can actually bring this into the pool, do laps, and it'll track the laps that you're actually swimming in the pool. It also gives you a sleep score, again, tracking your sleep for better sleep, something that the Apple Watch just doesn't and cannot do at this moment. So again, both watches have features that the other doesn't. It really just comes down to what you're looking for in the smartwatch itself. And if you're talking about battery life, the Versa really knocks this one out of the park for me. The Versa's battery life is fantastic. I had that watch for almost a week. I didn't have to charge it for at least 5 or 6 days and it was on continuously. The Apple Watch is not the same. The Apple Watch lasts about maybe a day and a half for me before I have to put it onto a charger. So you're dealing with a better battery life on the Versa 2 versus the Apple Watch. But you can tell the reason why. Again, the Apple Watch has a better display, taking more advantage of that display, a bigger footprint on the display itself, more graphics on screen. So of course it's going to eat up a lot more battery. And if you're dealing with the Series 5, you're also dealing with that always on display, and no matter what they do to kind of circumvent the battery use of always on, as long as the screen is always on, you're going to use up a ton of battery. So always on plus taking advantage of that screen is going to deplete the battery a lot faster than the Versa 2, which has an awesome battery. And because price is always a feature, unless you're super rich and you don't care about the price, what the hell are you doing watching this video? The Versa is coming in at about $199. The Apple Watch starts at about $399. So you're seeing a big price difference between the two watches. And again, I really do believe that that's geared towards the customer that they're trying to target. The Versa knows that it's going for the fitness head that doesn't really want to spend too much on a watch that they're going to be wearing to the gym to track their workouts, but also just tells them the time and does some other smartwatch things. The Apple Watch is really a piece of technology that works integrated into the Apple ecosystem. It does a ton of things. It has access to the App Store. It integrates to your Apple iPhone. It integrates to your Airpods. This is a big piece of technology, so they feel comfortable charging more for a premium device. And that's really where it comes down to. You're paying for that Apple premium if you go for the Apple Watch. The Fitbit Versa just kind of falls in the middle for the average consumer. So then the question becomes, which one would I recommend personally? And it's really just falls upon what you're looking for in your smartwatch or fitness band. The Apple Watch is a smartwatch first that just happens to do fitness things. So if you're actually just looking for a smartwatch that's going to integrate into any kind of social situation that you're going to, be able to wear to work, be able to wear after work and parties, or just laying around at home integrating with your technology, then the Apple Watch is definitely for you. The caveat to that is I would more recommend the Apple Watch Series 4 versus the Series 5. The Series 5 didn't do much to advance the Series 4 except for adding one or two features. One of those is compass, the other one is an always on display. So it's not doing too much that the Series 4 isn't already doing. So you'll probably be able to find the Series 4 at a lower price level. So I'm going to go ahead and recommend that if you're looking for an Apple Watch, definitely check out the Series 4 Apple Watch before you go to the Series 5. Even though the Series 5 is newer tech, the Series 4 does basically everything the Series 5 does at a cheaper price. But if you're looking for a fitness band that just happens to do smartwatch things, that's going to be the Fitbit Versa. The Fitbit Versa is really made for the fitness head, the gym head, the guy or girl that wants to track just about anything they do towards their healthier life, being a healthier you, being a better you. So the Versa is going to give you so much different workout tracking options. The Versa app really does gear towards a fitness lifestyle. You can track your movements. It gives you a full breakdown of weeks, months, days, years, projections on how your fitness is, sleep tracking, sleep scores. This thing is all about fitness. So if you're really looking for something that's going to help you achieve your fitness goals without really breaking the bank, then the Versa is probably going to be your best bet. If you want to see a full review on the Fitbit Versa 2, go ahead and click on this video here. And this video is going to be a full review of the Apple Watch Series 5 versus the Series 4. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe with that bell for notification if you enjoyed it. Until next time, peace.